Branded Ghoul Dispatch. Shoot 2 charge shots and then dispatch. Okay, sure. So 1, oops, miss, of course. Yup, man, you guys should see me play a shooter. I'm so bad. 1, 2, dispatch. Okay. I don't quite know what that did, but whatever I was supposed to do, I don't think I did it right. So I gotta go back to shooting the 2 charge shots. 1, 2. All right. All right. Uh-oh. He didn't like that too much. And I need elf shot. Great. Yeah, so maybe that should be some fun. Go ahead and, like, you know, stream myself playing like Destiny. If you want a good laugh, I should stream myself playing Destiny, because I can't shoot for shit. And it's weird because I remember a long time ago, like, playing Wolfenstein and shit, you know. I'm pretty good at shooters. You know, old school Bond. You know, remember Bond on, like, the 64 and shit? I used to do that. That's what I did. Yay. I killed the Graug. I'm a champion. And if anybody knows of any interesting feeds or streams I should be watching, let me know too. Do I plan on buying the collector's edition of The Witcher 3? Yes, I do. And also, this is the Ghoul Keeper. This is the Beastmaster. All right. I do plan on buying the collector's edition of The Witcher 3. I think collector's edition is so important. The last collector's edition of anything I got was the collector's edition of Guild Wars 2. So it's been quite some time. So, you know, these video game companies, they put a lot of effort and thought and work into the game, and, like, especially when you wait for something as long as long as The Witcher 3, like Guild Wars 2, took what, 5-6 years of development before it came out. Damn right, I'm getting a collector's edition. I've been waiting a long time. You know what I mean? So, I've been waiting a long time for The Witcher 3. So I'm certainly gonna get the collector's edition. Now I kind of got my feelings hurt when I moved. I'm from Chicago, and last year I moved to Minnesota, and in the move, they lost my. Out of all the things they could possibly lose, they lost my my figurine statue from the collector's edition of Guild Wars 2. There was like a about that size collector's edition of Redlock Brimstone, and, like, you know, that was my shit. I loved it so much, and then they lost it. And I'm like, so, you know, I look at the I'm looking at it right now, the collector's edition of The Witcher 3, and it got this beautiful statue, you know, of Geralt battling a griffin, and it's beautiful, and it's awesome, and I certainly want this shit. But then, what if I move and they lose it? I think I might, you know, lose my mind. Hi, wife. My wife just called me wife. That sounds like an interesting night. So, One of the things I was hoping that PlayStation Now would do is release like the earlier versions of The Witcher, if it was possible. And again, that's actually something I might do just on my own, just so I can familiarize myself a little bit better with you know, the gameplay. So, all right. So, looks like we got one more war chief to kill. The final war chief. All right. Let's see. Let's take a look at this guy and see what he's got going on. Let's look at his strengths. He doesn't have any bodyguards, so that's good. And he can be damaged by beasts, of course. Makes sense. This is the Wild Hunt, right? I feel like, though, I think I always like to, yeah, there we go. I always like to send a death threat, because when you send a death threat to a war chief, you know, in case you don't know, the war chief doesn't like to be threatened, and it makes the war chief go up in level, usually by 5 levels, making them stronger overall with stats and such. But they also get like a little personal gang to follow them around, you know. And the risk to the reward is that, or the reward for the risk is that, you know, you have a greater chance of getting an epic rune. So, but it's been my experience from playing this. Yeah, they say it's a little bit more difficult, of course, because there's more people to fight, or more orcs to fight, rather. Because who wants to call an orc a person? Orc is not a person. Orc is a problem that needs to be dealt with. But they're not that much more difficult. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to do this little trial by ordeal and make sure my guy wins, and then I'm going to command him to go send a death threat. So, give myself a little bit more challenge. Alright. The collector's editions guidebooks. Absolutely. These types of games, you know, especially someone like me who's got to work, and, you know, I don't have all the time that I would like to dedicate to games. You know, those collector's editions guidebooks are just invaluable. Like, if you have the opportunity to get it, get it. Yeah, I'm certainly gonna get it. Plus the size of the games that we're playing, you're talking about worlds, and again, if you don't have the time to really explore and do everything that you want to do, these are the types of things that's gonna give you an edge, you know. So, and also, and one thing I found with at least collector's edition, like guidebooks, they're a little bit more well put together. And I mean, let's face it, a lot of times with guidebooks, there comes a time when you've pretty much seen and done everything in the books. But real good ones, they'll you know, they have value to just sit on a coffee table, because if they're interesting, no matter, you know, if you've looked through all of the content or not, it's always good to entertain guests. Like when I had the Guild Wars 2 collector's edition, it came with this really great like hardcover book of art from the game. That was a coffee table piece of conversation for a very long time. Get out of here, Chihuahua! Damn Chihuahua's always running around here. Alright, here's a death threat. I don't like you, punk. I'm not gonna take your shit with your horn helmet. Alright. So now that the death threat has been sent, let's go ahead and find this final war chief. What's up, dear? We're streaming live. Say hello to my 6 viewers.
Hi, 6 viewers.
That's my hot wife. Take my word for it. She's hot. So let's see. The home wrecker. That's not you, dear. Oh, dear. Why are you concerned? Like, what have you done? Now I'm concerned. I call you a home wrecker, and you're like, oh, what did you do? What do I need to find out?
Oh, I thought you were calling somebody. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that's right. Never mind. So I was watching. I was trying to figure out, like, you know, how people are getting their views, because I was using Ustream earlier, and you know, I wasn't getting too many views today. So thus far, I promise you, I've gotten more views today than I have ever gotten since I've been streaming. So this has certainly been a satisfying experience, and I'm like, yeah, I can do this again.
Clearly, Twitch is the way to go.
Yes, clearly Twitch is the way to go. But I'm watching this thing earlier, and there's like, people aren't playing video games. There's this one guy and his girlfriend or wife or whoever she was. They had like 300 views, and they weren't doing anything but sitting in a lazy boy answering questions. And I was like, why do people care about their answers to questions? You know? So I like to play video games. I like poetry too. And I'm trying to like find this happy medium between these two things that I love. Problem is, like, my two things don't really, I guess, match. Like peanut butter and coffee, I guess. I don't know. And I don't know. Those kind of match, I guess. Well, either way, I'm still trying to find my niche. So, oh, somebody favorited my page. I have one follower. I have my first Twitch follower. This is the start of something great. Oh, what the hell? I have a little army. That's what I was doing this whole time, was gaining a ghoul army. All right, fantastic. Come on, little ghoul army. Do 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 do. I'm gonna stop them all. My ghoul army won't hold them back. I'm gonna stop them all. What's going on out there? I love the fact that all the orcs that ever have been or ever will be, all have like hardcore guttural British accents. Like orcs were descended from the British people or something. Like, I like to see an orc sound like me. Like, instead of an orc coming out being like, "Oh, you penetrated my face," be like, an orc actually said that in this game once, and I always go back to that for reference. That's some shit that orcs say. But, you know, it would be kind of hilarious if, like, you know, you go up to an orc and he's like, "Hey, what the fuck you trying to do, nigga?" You know, I think that would be, if you like took Grand Theft Auto and like dumped it in the middle of Middle Earth, I think that's what it would sound like. So, another game I'm horribly bad at is Grand Theft Auto. I get all the nigga references, but you know, the shooting and the driving. Oh, shark flock. I'm gonna kick this guy's ass. My babies. That was kind of nigga. My baby. I'm about to go get this guy. Let's get it. Yeah.